Yep. You already know what it is. Southpaw Talk with Southpaw Slick. And today's video is going to be something I want to talk about. Yesterday, I came across a video from Dr. Umar Johnson where he was talking about the current situation with the Brat and her wife, Big Booty Judy, if I'm not mistaken. In that video, which I will link in the description, and also subscribe to that channel as well. It's called King Kong Consciousness, and it's a guy that pretty much uploads the live streams that Dr. Umar Johnson has on his Instagram. So in that live video, he was talking about the Brat and her wife getting a sperm donor who is not black. Right? Supposedly, it's a white guy. And you know Brother Umar Johnson. Anybody that pays attention to Brother Umar Johnson, even if you haven't, I'm sure you've seen the memes, like anything that has to, do with or pertain to interracial dating or mixed race breeding, he's against. He is anti-miscegenation, 100%. So, of course, this situation was going to bother him. He said that it's already bad enough that the Brat, who he admitted that he had a crush on back in the day, and to be fair, the Brat is a very attractive woman. Very attractive. And so is her wife, Big Booty Judy, especially the body. But, like I said, he was also talking about just the lesbian couple in general. You have two black women in a relationship, which is something he's already against, having a sperm donor who is not black, something else he's against. And he was making the proposition that they need to get an alpha black male in the relationship, or alpha black man, better yet, in a relationship. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're trying to shoot your shot, just be upfront with it. If you want both of them, just say that. That's the way it was coming across in the video. But yeah, he said that lesbians are traumatized by, negative experiences from men, like having an absent father or being sexually abused, verbally abused, by men. And that's why women convert over to lesbianism. That is something that is not natural. It's something that develops because of the eventual disdain towards black men. And I'm thinking to myself, if this is something I subscribe to or not. Now, after reflecting on it a little bit, he's right to some extent, but that doesn't apply to every last one of them. Because, don't mind me, I heard a fucking bird. That's why I had to look up. I said, because what about the women who are lesbian that grew up in a healthy two-parent, heterosexual two-parent household? I'm saying, what do you say about those women? They had no trauma whatsoever. They just are lesbian. That's it. They were born that way. I'm saying that is a possibility. Now, I've talked about the LGBT in a few of my videos, and I've said that I believe that it's half and half. Some people are born gay. Some people choose to be gay or get turned out, whatever. There's some kind of influence, as far as them becoming gay. So that's what I'm saying. Some people choose it. Some people are born that. And I'm saying that's where I stand with it. So, I mean, that really stood out to me. I'm saying him looking at lesbianism the way he does. Because a lot of people feel the same way he feels. Especially if you look through the comment section. Right? But he was also saying that if they were going to get a sperm donor, it's already bad enough y'all in a relationship that you should have got a black male to donate sperm or get sperm that is from a black man. And if I'm not mistaken, Big Booty Judy already has 3 kids from a black man or black men. I don't know how many baby fathers she has. Like I said, I don't know her background too much. All I know her for is being the Brat's girlfriend turned wife. That's all I know her for. So I can't really speak. The Brat herself, it's safe to say that she was bisexual at one point in time. Like in the song What Do You Like with her and Tyrese, where she says she's attracted to them, him, her, and you shit. Like I said, I caught that years ago. That's one of my favorite songs from her, by the way. Great song. Look it up. But it's obvious that, she was, cool on both sides. I looked at her as somebody that was bisexual, but lesbian leaning, meaning she likes women more than men. But I could see her with a man nonetheless. It's a man that's a man, not just some dude. Like a really manly man. Like I'm trying to think like a good example. Somebody like Michael Clark Duncan, R.I.P. Something like that. Not like one of these like modern type males. Like I said, or it has to be a roughneck kind of dude. That's the kind of like guy I could have seen her with back in the day. The Brat, like I said, she's very attractive. So I do agree with Brother Umar Johnson on that. Especially in that What Do You Like video. She was looking good. She was looking really good. Very attractive woman. She still is. She still is a very beautiful black woman. I will give him that. But I don't know. It's a video I wasn't expecting him to make. Like I wasn't expecting that. But then again, I'm not surprised at the same time. I just figured he wasn't keeping up with too much of the celebrity stuff outside of a token few. I.e. like Kanye West. Right? Like somebody like that. Somebody more controversial. Or Candace Owens. Or Roland Martin. The Coon Squad. Or Coon in the Gang. Those kind of blacks. Or he says the whitewash, African Americans. Or Africans, better yet. Like he says. a Eurocentric African. That's what he likes to call them a lot. So that's what I figure he would focus on, if anything, when it comes to celebrities. So I didn't see the Brat and her wife being talked about. But I was like, it just kind of, it just kind of threw me off guard. And it just made me think, like, is he right? Like I said, he is right to some extent, because I already came to that conclusion myself. But not for those reasons, I'm like, yes, of course, a lot of people live a homosexual lifestyle because of some kind of, sexual molestation or assault during their adolescent years. Somebody like Donnie McClurkin, for example, or come to find out, Antoine Dotson, hide your kids, hide your wife. Both of them were sexually abused as children. So that's why they lived an LGBT lifestyle. It's like, that's all they knew. And in some cases, even a woman who's heterosexual that only messes with men strictly, she'll probably live a life of promiscuity to erase that one guy that assaulted her or R-word her. I'm trying not to use that word, but like she was assaulted by a man during her youth. So she'll probably live a promiscuous lifestyle to erase that one. Even though it never works. It's like a never-ending cycle trying to erase that memory, and it just never works. That's how I look at the people that were assaulted by somebody of the same sex in particular, going over to that side. Now, for a woman, she might turn over to women because she's going to see men as dangerous, see men as untrustworthy, see men as, like somebody that's a threat to my life, like that might be a put off, to women as far as being attracted to men. It's like, no, I don't want any parts of that. So I'm just gonna go to the woman's side and act like a man in the process. But yeah, it was really interesting, like seeing him talking about it. But I'm definitely going to link that video in the description so you guys can see the whole thing, and see what opinion you come up with, or if you agree with him, if you disagree with him, why you agree with him, why you don't. I'm saying you can even put it in the comment section for this video. I would definitely like to know everybody's view on lesbianism, and also your views on Dr. Umar Johnson as an individual, period. Like I said, me, myself, I like Dr. Umar Johnson a lot. I have an immense amount of respect for him. Like I said in my video about who are our current black leaders, I was saying that he could have possibly been one if it wasn't for the conscious stripper scandal. Unfortunately, that scandal is why he became even more known, even though I already knew him way before that. I'm saying when he was talking about the miseducation of black boys and, you know, the school to prison pipeline and everything. That's what I was on. I'm saying, plus, you know, him talking about his views on Pan-Africanism and being a Garveyite and trying to keep Marcus Garvey's vision alive. I'm saying all that stuff I'm fully in sync with. At least at one point in time. Not too much, not because I don't support it, but because I don't see it coming into fruition. Because us as black people, we don't have that unity, that camaraderie, that cohesion to make that dream possible. I'm saying I just accepted the black community for what it is, and it's not that. Unfortunately, like I always say, and I'm going to reiterate once again, that being pro-black, being an activist, is something I fully support. But when you look at it, I'm saying from all angles, you come to the realization that it's fighting a losing battle, because most black people are not on board. I said black people have been fully accepting alternative lifestyles for a long time now, and there's like no going back. There's really no going back. So it's like I don't know. But I said, but another thing that puts Dr. Umar Johnson on people's bad side is him opening up the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy that he's been talking about for years now. Supposedly it's up and running. Yes, he showed the building in Delaware, you know, a few years ago, but it's not ready. He wants it to be a state-of-the-art kind of campus school, you know. So I get it. It's going to take a while to build, but at the same time, it took so long that people started to not trust him. You know, it's like he's untrustworthy. I'm saying, like me, like I said, I want to believe him. I want to believe him, but he's making it kind of hard to do so. You know, but that's my take on it. But break is about to be over. Southpaw Slick, I'm out.